How to turn your art into a product that actually sells is a question all creatives ask themselves. So today I'm going to be creating merch for my children's book and sell my very first copies. Hey guys, my name's Chantal, and if you've been following along my journey, you know I have been writing and illustrating my own children's book after my art portfolio was rejected by over 100 creative agencies. I decided that I was going to write and illustrate my own children's book, and it blew up. So you might be wondering, why merch and why now? I am illustrating my children's book on the world's largest watercolour paper, which means my illustrations are very detailed and each one can take me anywhere from 50 to 100 hours. Forecasting the published date of my book to be at the very end of 2025 or even early 2026. And so many of you guys have wanted to have a pre-order or for me to start a Kickstarter for you guys to directly support the project, which is so encouraging to me. But because we are only 10% of the way through illustrating the project, I just don't feel comfortable doing that at this stage. So instead, I thought it would be really cool to have official merch inspired by Adina and her star for you guys to physically hold something in your hands. And in order to create this merch, I am going to use a print-on-demand service called Printify, which is super exciting for my US family because shipping is going to be so much more affordable. So let's get into what is print-on-demand. A print-on-demand service like Printify means that a product is only manufactured and shipped when an order comes through. This means that you don't have to be spending any type of finances on the product. Maybe you're also time limited and have a part-time job like myself or a student, and you just want to get your art out the door and sell it. Well, a print-on-demand service makes it super easy to do that, leaving just creating the art and the marketing up to you. So this video is going to separate into 3 different chapters now: the product, the illustration, and the marketing. So I'm going to go and head over to the Printify catalog, and you can literally make your art in any type of product that you want, from beach towels to hoodies to mugs to decor. They have over 900 products that you can choose from. So whatever idea you have, Printify can make it a reality. So I'm on the homepage of my Printify, and I'm going to go and create your first product and find something that really resonates with me and my brand. And for the longest time, I have been wanting to create notebooks. I am a huge journaler. It's where all of my ideas go, and actually the very first draft of Adina and her star was handwritten in a notebook. So that's where it all began. So we're coming full circle here, and we are creating a little notebook. So I'm going to go into the Printify catalog and try and find a notebook that suits my needs. And all their notebooks come up, and I'm looking for one in particular. I hate spiral bound. It'll get me out of there. So I just kind of went through all the notebooks now, and I think I'm going to go with this soft covered journal just because it is printed in the US, and that's something that I was looking out for all my US fam. The paper is also 120 GSM, which is something I always look for thick paper. And I also now have the dimensions of the book, and I know what size I need to do my illustration in. But yeah, this is definitely the product that I want to use. Hey guys, we are now up to the very exciting stage of illustrating. I've been playing around with a few different concept sketches on my iPad. I've never done this before. I usually just do it on my computer on Photoshop, but it's been so helpful to draw out the little details before I draw them on my actual paper. So I thought I'd show you guys what I've done so far. I'll put it up on the screen, and yeah, I'm just going to finish that today, otherwise it will never be finished, and then we can sketch this onto my paper and start illustrating. So let's go. Hey guys, so I just transferred my sketch from my iPad to the paper, which actually took a long time, and I'm realizing now that it's going to take even longer before I get to colouring because I want to maintain a really high vibrancy of the flowers in colour, and so I've decided that the most efficient method to paint this is actually going to be going in with the masking fluid and doing all the flowers and then doing like a big wash on top of that and then putting colour in the flowers. So that is what we're going to do. My second lesson in turning your art into a product that sells is making sure that your art translates authentically onto the product and that the product highlights and uplifts your artwork and doesn't degrade it. For example, it doesn't seem like you have just slapped a painting on a t-shirt. There is thought and deliberation behind your work, and perhaps this art piece has even been specifically created for this product. I think these 2 points are really important because it shows your audience and your potential buyers that this is not just a money-making avenue for you. It is something that you deeply care about and that you are passionate about and that you've put a lot of time and thought into. And your audience can really see that when you put the time and the effort in. So my philosophy behind this painting in particular was to remind you guys that we all have star quality inside us. And because this painting is going on the front cover of a notebook, it's like our thoughts and ideas inside the notebook are star quality. I hope that makes sense. So not only do we have star quality inside us, we're bringing that out in our daily journals and our thoughts and ideas. And of course, the star is holding all those thoughts and ideas together inside. It's a reminder that you guys need to take your thoughts and ideas seriously. I wanted the piece to be directly inspired by Adina and her style, that if you knew the book and you knew my illustrations, you would instantly recognize the connection. But I also wanted the painting to be versatile enough that it would suit everyone who is interested in being part of the Adina and her star journey. And I also wanted it to be a collector's item. So when you invest in this product, the notebook, it's something that you're going to look back on and that it's a keepsake. So when you buy the children's book, when it comes out next year or early 2026, the notebook is going to be worth a lot more. I just had to take some footage for a thumbnail and I was looking back and I was like, oh my God. She is glowing. She is absolutely gorgeous. She looks better than I could have ever imagined, which is so nice to feel as an artist when you're really hard on your work. And yeah, I'm really pleased with her, and now I'm gonna go and edit it so we can create it as a print and we can create it as the notebook and connect that Printify notebook to our Squarespace shop and see how we go. I think that I'm actually going to be able to create a mock-up without even having a print test. On the agenda today as well, we need to create a video for the marketing. So my marketing is going to consist of 3 things. A video today as a teaser, and then when it goes live on Thursday, I'll have another video, like a reel on TikTok, Instagram, and I'll also have a post, and I'll also have a newsletter because I have nearly 1,000 subscribers on my newsletter and I've never sent an email in the last 6 months. And 6 months ago I had like 100. So that's something else we have to do for the launch, because all those people that subscribed to my email did it for the children's book. Guys, we are up to the stage of designing our notebook and connecting Printify to our shop. So on Printify, you can just upload all your designs and drag them on to the notebook feature. I'm making sure that I have my front, back cover and all the collective details inside the cover as well. And they also give you stock photos to use, and I need them for my marketing. So I was downloading all the ones that I like. And then I remembered that I had to put in a title on the spine fine, which I did. And then I went over to their description and the details. I changed the title. I also wrote a little description about the details of the notebook and why I created it. And I changed the pricing so I made a profit margin. Taking into consideration the transaction and processing fees, I make around Australian $13.50 per notebook, if that was something you guys were interested in. And then I connected my Printify shop with my Squarespace shop. But if you guys have Etsy, Shopify, or are in the US and have a TikTok shop, you can connect that to Printify as well. But I just signed into my Squarespace account, and congratulations, my Printify and my Squarespace shop were connected. And then I published my notebook and I could see it in my Squarespace store to see what it looked like, and stunning. I'm obsessed with how it turned out. It looks so professional and it looks like I have created it on my site myself, and it was so easy to do. Hey guys, I have just finished setting up my entire store and connecting it to Printify, and I've done pretty much everything. All I need to do now is hit publish and it would go live on my Squarespace shop, which is so exciting. But that was the easiest integration I have ever used on my shop. Like, it just synced all the details over, and all I needed to do on my Squarespace was to create a specific fulfillment option, because the shipping prices are different to what I would usually use, as it's located in the US. But other than that, it was so easy, and I'm so excited for it to go live on Thursday. I'm gonna update you guys with how we go. Yee! Hey guys, I am up in Adelaide at the moment. I'm not in the studio, but I thought I would give you a final update. Yesterday, I posted a reel and I sent out my newsletter, and this morning I have had a few sales, which is so exciting because I had to get very creative with my marketing because I only had stock photos of the notebook to use. I actually don't have a physical notebook in my hands to show you guys and to use for my marketing, so I had to get very, very creative, which comes to lesson number 3. If you're not selling what you expect to sell with your product, you have to be creative in your marketing, you have to be consistent, and you have to be patient. Like, it is very, very hard work, and you have to make marketing a creative activity. It has to be something that you enjoy. Otherwise, you're not going to want to do it. And people are going to be able to see that, and they're not going to feel the energy coming off your product. So, you know what? Make it an entire creative activity, an extension of the artwork itself. And I'm actually honestly very, very surprised that I sold some copies. I think I sold 5 notebooks in total overnight, which is so exciting. And I cannot wait to get my sample in the mail, because I ordered myself a sample notebook, and when I actually have it here in my hands, I'll be able to do a much better job at creating content. But the number one thing that allowed me to turn this product and my art into something that actually sells without even having the physical product in my hands is that I absolutely nailed lesson number 1 and number 2, and that is that the product really aligned with my journey and who I was as an artist. Like, why create a notebook? Why not create clothing? Because a notebook aligns with my story, that Adina and her star, the very first script of Adina and her star, was written in a notebook. And sharing that information with my audience is going to allow them to resonate with the journey that they're following, and, you know, maybe invest in that notebook for their own journey. So really share that story. And when I get a print and when I get a notebook, I'm going to do another video or a few and be able to show you guys the actual notebook in my own hands, which I think adds another layer of authenticity and reliability that this is a high quality product when the person itself is creating and showing it. Now, having patience and being consistent is so important, because there is so much work that happens behind the scenes, and me nurturing and giving so much value to my community and you guys before I even sell this product. Like, I have created a community that is very invested in my journey of writing and illustrating my children's book and wants to be able to be part of that journey and also work on their own vision and their own storytelling. So that's why they're wanting to invest in my product and my merch when I release it. Another thing is that the video I posted yesterday is the worst performing video on my Instagram channel in the last 6 months. I said my notebook is for sale. I put my website in the caption and Instagram flagged that, and I was like, no, babe, we're not sharing this. And I also didn't have the notebook in my hands to show you guys as well. So that was another factor that didn't allow me to market my product to its full potential, and I really had to get creative. Thank you so much to Printify for sponsoring this video, and if you guys would like to turn your art into a product that sells, experiment, have a little passive income where you don't have to ship out and manufacture the products yourself, you can sign up to Printify. The link is in my description, and make your vision a reality. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here because I am going to have to get ready for the day and go out, but I hope you guys learned some lessons of how to turn your art into a product that actually sells, and this was some very valuable lessons for you. And in the end, don't give up. Take your ideas seriously and keep going. See you in my next vlog. Love you!